Hello, Times Crossword, 30 minutes, let's go. Felt raunchy, turning 50. That looks like an anagram of felt raunchy, indicated by turning, and it means 50. Gosh, not seeing that. Taximeter fiddled. This looks like an anagram of taximeter. Penalties might follow this extra time, which is an anagram of taximeter and could end in penalties. Loafer perhaps, shoe, with small, S the abbreviation for small, and gardening tool is hoe. Not crazy to collect silver. This looks like all the rage. It's very popular as the definition, all the rage. Not crazy, all there. To collect silver, to collect Ag, the chemical symbol for silver. Felt raunchy. This has got to be half century, I think. Another way of describing 50 and an anagram of felt raunchy. Cool spell, Ice Age. I learned by phone. Yes, by phone is another way of indicating that it sounds like something which is spelt differently. So learned as an adjective could be sage, S-A-G-E. So I learned could be I sage, which sounds like Ice Age. Old Kingdom, right to imprison, English female, in fur. Old Kingdom, gosh, don't know. Opposed to, anti, predatory insect, which is shedding skin. Well, a mantis is a predatory insect, and if it sheds its skin, it loses its outside letters to become anti. Terrible weather for every small hill in some. Don't know. Certain letters with kind features. Singer's tone. Double definition, a singer is a tenor, and tenor of something is its tone. Refusal, then agreement for recess. Refusal is no, agreement is okay, and a nook is a recess. Academic, holding over preliminary text. This is proof. An academic is a prof, short for professor. Holding over, O is the cricketing abbreviation for over, and a proof is a preliminary text, which then gets proofread. Certain letters with kind features. Well, looks like type something. Yeah. I wonder if this is typecast. Not totally sure on that, so I'm not going to spend time explaining it when I could be removing it. Called in to search movie's last shooting location. A rifle range is a location for shooting. Called in, called is rang, in, to search, to rifle. Movie's last is the last letter of movie, which is E. Final part of Mad Men shown first. Fall to pieces. Yeah, this is shatter rather. So Mad Men are Mad Hatters, as in Alice in Wonderland, and the final part shown first, well, the final part of Hatters shown first just means move the S to the front, and you're left with shatter, which means fall to pieces. Terrible weather for every small hill in some. Gosh, still struggling with that. Hold water, rum and ice to accommodate old male entertainer. Don't know. Time that guy gets, threatening without a bit of drink. No. Ghastly creature. This is macabre. A ghastly, well, macabre means ghastly. Creature is mare, a lady horse. Pinching taxi, receiving the letters of cab. Business practice. No. Time that guy gets. A guy could be a rope. Threatening without a bit of drink. No. Now another letter in 17 across. Could it end storm? Superstorm? Let's see if that works. It certainly fits the letter pattern. So a superstorm could be terrible weather. For every is per. Small is S. Tor is hill. In sum in SUM. So yes, it is superstorm. Consume stuffing with chicken. It's made from grain. Well, that's wheaten, which means made from wheat. Consume is eat. Stuffing, or in the middle of. With, W the abbreviation for with, and hen meaning chicken. Opening wooden instruments to cut plant. Don't know. Took off identification when turning over. Money. Identification could be ID. Not getting the rest of that. Writer, passed by, talking. Don't know. Dye made from vanilla extract. This is anil, and this is a hidden clue. So anil is a dye, and an extract of vanilla is an extract of the letters within vanilla, and that's anil. Writer, passed by, talking. Don't know. Opening wooden instruments to cut plant. Not getting that. Took off identification when turning over. Yeah, this is dinar, which is a type of money, and took off is ran, as in to run away, to take off, and then identification is ID when turning over, when read upside down. Responsibility to deliver cut price merchandise. No. Epitaph for one expressing incredulity. It's a humdinger. Bit, one, postman, occasionally. Occasionally usually indicates every other letter. So, yeah, this is iota. One is the letter one, and then postman occasionally is the second, fourth, and sixth letter of postman, and an iota is a bit, as in a small amount. Antwerp is awfully, well, that looks like an anagram of Antwerp is. Wet and windy, rain swept. 27. Revenue from wager. Yeah, this is take. Take is revenue. Wager is stake, as in betting, and then not small without its S, the abbreviation for small. Business practice. Yeah, this is custom, double definition. Business and practice can both mean custom, or custom can mean both of those. Now, we've got a K. That looks like a useful letter. Reckon flute is playing. That looks like an anagram of reckon flute, indicated by is playing. Modern dance music. So it looks like it ends rock, and then Or does it? Because the first bit looks like electro funk, so not rock. Type of music. There we go, and a U, surely that's going to be useful. Time that guy gets threatening without a bit of drink. I wonder if it ends full. Yeah, it's going to be thimbleful. Few, that's a tricky word to get. A bit of drink would be a thimbleful of drink, a very small amount. Time that guy gets, guy is him. Threatening is baleful without a, so baleful without its a is BLEFUL. Hold water, rum and ice to accommodate old male entertainer. So it looks like the definition is entertainer. But how does that work? Don't know. Okay, so looking at this, 3/4 is done. It's just the top right to go. 11 minutes down. Opening wooden instruments to cut plant. I wonder if an opening is a something window. Let's see if that helps with 8 down. Writer passed by. Yeah, this is Wilde. Oscar Wilde is the writer, and past is Wilde, to pass time, to while away time by talking, and talking is another way of indicating that something sounds like a word which is spelt differently. Responsibility to deliver cut price merchandise. Well, this looks like it ends free. Free means to deliver, and cut price could also be related to free. So a 4-letter word meaning responsibility, and the whole thing means cut price merchandise. Duty free. Duty is responsibility, and cut price merchandise is duty free merchandise. Now we're making progress. Hold water, this still looks tricky, and this is the entertainer. Stand-up comedian. Okay, so typecast, which I declined to explain, can now be altered. I think it's going to be type case, but let me get in 5 down first. That's the danger of putting tentative answers in, is that they can stop you getting other ones. So hold water is to stand up. Rum is an anagram indicator of and ice, to accommodate old male, to accommodate O and M, abbreviations for old and male, and a stand-up comedian is an entertainer. Opening wooden instruments to cut plant. Well, this could be sash window or rose window, both of which are opening. Wooden, wooden could be ash, so let me try sash. Wooden is ash, instruments are wind, the wind section of an orchestra. To cut plant, to cut sow, S-O-W. Old kingdom, right to imprison English. Female in fur, well, I think female in fur is the definition, a she something. But what could it be? Let's see if I can get 15 across. Epitaph, R.I.P. perhaps, for one. Yes, rip snorter. So RIP is an epitaph for one expressing incredulity. Well, if you snort, you express incredulity. So RIP snorter could be an epitaph for one expressing incredulity, and a rip snorter is a humdinger. Now, surely this is she-bear, but why? Old Kingdom, Sheba, write the letter R to imprison English. Great, that's fully explained. This looks like type case, but let me explain it. Certain letters is type case with kind type, and then features. I think case is another word for features. Slightly unsure about that, but fairly confident about the answer as a whole. So every square complete, no empty ones, everything explained as best I can. Submit, hope and pray. One error, it's not type case. Oh, wow. Okay, so what to do about that? Let me pull up Times for the Times. That will explain it. So here we go. I thought this was a very good crossword, despite the fact I ballsed it up. Well, ditto. The 4s did for me. Mind you, I wasn't going particularly quickly even before I hit the wall and went for AIDS. How did you find it? So, oh, typeface. Face is features, not case. And typeface are certain letters. So that's the explanation for that. Yeah, and then back to the crossword as a whole. So one wrong there to blot my copybook, but a beautiful puzzle nonetheless, and quite a good challenge. So in terms of the snitch, I would say that's probably slightly easier than average, despite the error. And I think probably in somewhere in the 80s or 90s. Anyway, absolutely super puzzle. I hope you enjoyed watching that solve. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.